A few months ago, I got called out for lack of introspection. Dear beloved community, you can call me out on a lot of things. If you call me out for lack of introspection, I really start to question whether you know me or not. I really don't think you know me if you call me out for that. Um, that's all I want. I just wanted to throw that out there. I was gonna talk about the environmental history and geographic racism of Portland, about how uh, we know this now. I hope we know this. Oregon was set up as a racist utopia, and the most diverse city Portland ever got was in the city of Vanport, that small city where kind of Delta Park, the confluence between Willamette and the Columbia River now are, and how that all got flooded, and the historical parallels between that and Hurricane Katrina. So I was going to talk about that, and I was going to throw in a little bit of stuff about food deserts and how Portland has this unfortunate history of gentrifying and bleeding North Portland until the communities that have settled there, largely diverse communities of color, can no longer afford to be there. I was going to talk about all that, and then I realized I hope so much that you already know that. And I hope that if you didn't already know all that, that you go and research it, because chances are, if you're watching this video, it's probably the place that you live. You should probably know the history of the place that you currently reside in, because it probably affects you every day. As it affected me when I was biking through, yes, biking, the white people activity, which it's not. It's not, okay? But just, you see a lot of white bikers around Portland. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm just like, if it's me, like, if me, like this, like kind of upper class-ish, like bicyclist is getting annoyed by the gentrification, we definitely have a problem. Like, we had a problem way before this, but like, it's a problem. So go read about it, understand that it's a problem. Don't argue with my shit until you read. Develop your own opinion. I don't want to take up your time or my time pushing this large agenda on you. I just want you to know your shit. Just understand your history, okay? Understand the history of the place that you live in. Because once we have this shared history, then there's a shared platform to build a future off of. Right now, we've got so many different historical interpretations and these frenetic cacophonies of stories raining down on us that we're just like, as a population, we've got too many narratives to reconcile to build a common future. That's the huge challenge, right? I mean, like, you can't start setting common goals until you've got a common history. So, in my opinion, the first thing to do is set the common history. Um, so read, fact check your sources, see if there's disagreement. Because fights with individual predetermined agendas with their own citations backing up doesn't help anybody. And definitely don't have those fights over Facebook. We've talked about that before. So just go do that research, because I'm not going to put together a presentation for you. Just fucking look up on Wikipedia Vanport, Oregon. It was a good starting point. That's what I did. I haven't finished that article yet, and I already know shit. So, just look at that. That segues weirdly enough into something else I wanted to talk about, which is focus on stuff. I don't care what, just find something and focus on it, because my friend Noah, shout out to Noah, my friend Noah sent me a paper recently about research that shows now that actually we procrastinate stuff that we want to do just like we procrastinate stuff that we don't want to do. What all that stuff I find for me has in common is that it's like in-depth stuff. It actually requires me to make a commitment to something that matters, um, i.e., my education, i.e., my employment, i.e., Black lives. Like all these things matter. Um, so make commitments to something that matters. Because your newsfeed doesn't matter. Guess what? Even your image doesn't matter that much. Like, we should have learned this lesson in high school. Millennials are still learning this lesson, and I get it, because, we've been told we need to create 1 million profiles, and there's a share button for every bit of content, and now we got to consider whether or not we want to share it, and if we share it, oh, well, how does that reflect on our own self-image? But you know what? Actually, no one's paying attention. So don't focus on that. Only focus on the things that matter, and the amendment to that. Don't focus on it because you think it's going to improve your self-image. Because sorry to fire a bullet at your narcissism, but not that many people are watching. um, like that's really all I got. Learn your shit. Figure out where there's disagreements with the stuff that you're learning, and disconnect it from your own self-image, because it doesn't matter. Like, that's not connected to your personality. It's going to make you a better person, but not because you posted that shared article. Like, I'm just not gonna care that much about that. Like, I'm gonna care about you based on the interactions that I have with you. Your investment in your own human capital and knowing that info and how you implement is much less important than how you implement it to pay off in your own life. Yeah. So, research, know your shit, do something about it, and be happy, and go spend time with your friends. Spend time on things that matter. If there's something you're doing and you think about it, and please do think about it. If there's something you're doing and you think about it and you realize it doesn't matter, hey, guess